What is going on, people? Welcome back to Double Clutch Auto Reviews, and thank you so much again for tuning in for another how-to video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a tire rotation on your car and why you should do it yourself. To do this job, you're only going to need a few tools. 2 sets of jack stands, a jack obviously, a tire iron, and we have some locking wheel nuts, but we'll get to that later. For starters, always make sure you are parked on as level ground as you can. Make sure your car is either in park or in gear if it's a manual transmission, and your park and brake is up. Next, we're gonna just break loose every lug nut on each wheel, but we're not gonna fully take off the lug nuts. For my car, it's a 19 millimeter. Just break each one loose. Just like that. And it doesn't matter which order you do them in, taking them off, but it does matter which order you do putting it back on. And just do the same thing for each wheel all the way around the car. The reason we are doing this is so when we go to loosen them, they're not just spinning freely when they're suspended in the air. We actually have some grip from the tire touching the ground. And now we will jack the car up. Typically, the best place to use a floor jack is at the reinforced part of the pinch welds right here on the frame rails. When you're jacking up your car, always make sure to be as safe as possible, listening for any weird noise, any creaking or cracking that's out of the ordinary. You want to be as safe as possible when you're doing this, and do not do this if you don't feel comfortable. We're going to get it just high enough so it can clear the jack stand. Let it rest down easy, very carefully and slowly. Perfect. Now we will do the rear. Lower it down nice and easy, being very, very careful with this. There's nothing to mess around with, folks. Simply enough, repeat the process on the other side. Now with each jack stand in their proper place, making sure they're all lined up and all of the wheels are off the ground so you can remove them, obviously. You want to give the car a good shake just to make sure that it's stable. And I'm wiggling it and pushing on it, and that's not going anywhere, so we're good. And now here comes the fun part. Now we actually start taking the wheels off and rotating the tires. Last one, and there we are. At this point, if you have all 4 wheels off the ground, it doesn't matter which order you do this in, but I will explain to you which pattern I'm going to rotate the tires in a few moments. After I explain to you guys why it is so important to rotate your tires in a timely fashion. As you can see from my front tires on the right compared to my rear tires on the left, this was long overdue. A good rule of thumb for a normal passenger car is to rotate your tires between every 5,000 or 10,000 miles. Some people say just to rotate them at every oil change, so you don't have to remember when the last time you rotated your tires was. And when taking a closer look, you can see just how much more worn down my front tires are compared to my rear. I mean, look how much more tread I have right there in the rear compared to the front. This increased wear is not only due to the fact that these are the tires that are steering the car, so they're turning and wearing more on the outsides in a corner, but these are also the tires that are driving the car, putting the power down to the road because it's a front wheel drive car. So that further increases the wear on the front tires. And just a disclaimer, guys, I mean, these tires are pretty much so far gone. These definitely need to be replaced. Look at the wear indicator right here. You see that band? That lets you know how much tread you have left. Yeah, I'm down to pretty much the skin of my tuchus at this point. This video should probably be a tire replacement video, not just a tire rotation. However, money's tight right now, guys, so we're just gonna rotate them for now and hope for the best. Without further ado, we will start removing these wheels. A little tidbit for you guys, this is also a great time to just take a look at your brakes while you're at it and your suspension components, your lower and upper control arms and whatnot, just to make sure nothing seems out of whack. Now, there are several different ways to rotate your tires on any given car. Most cars come with wheels that are all the same size. Some performance cars, though, have bigger wheels in the back than they do in the front. Some tires, especially on all-wheel drive vehicles, are directional, so you just have to keep those factors in mind. This car, though, is a Honda Accord, so it's front-wheel drive, of course, and all the wheels are the same size. They're not a staggered setup. With that being said, I'm going to rotate them in what's known as the X pattern, and I'll demonstrate with the wheels in their respective positions where they just came off the car, and I'm going to roll them to where I want them to be for the tire rotation. Essentially, the front driver's side, or the left, goes to the right or passenger side, rear. And then the passenger side or right rear tire just goes right in the same spot as the front driver's side was. Same thing for the driver's side rear. This comes across and goes to the passenger side front. And then the passenger side front comes to the driver's side rear. And now we put all the tires back on. But first I'd like to talk about my locking lug nuts here. These lug nuts have a unique design that only is able to be loosened with this lug nut key right here. If you do not have this lug nut key, do not put these on because you will have a very hard time getting your wheel off, especially in the middle of the night on the side of the road in the pouring rain when you got a flat tire. Don't do it. Make sure you have this key and make sure that it works and it locks into each lug nut you put on. Now we have 4 lug nuts, but one we replaced it with the locking lug nut. Pop our tire back on. There we go. A little tip right here, get the wheel flush just like that, and then take one of your lug nuts and put it on hand tight just to hold the wheel in place so it doesn't wiggle around on you. And next you want to put one down here and you want to make a star pattern when you're tightening these lug nuts. That's pretty important. Reason being, you want the wheel to be as flush to the hub as possible. You don't want it to be off center at all. Hand tighten them all, get them nice and snug. I'll put my locking lug nut on right here. You of course don't have to get a set of locking lug nuts. However, they are a very cheap and simple option to add an extra level of security to your wheels. As you can see, it's rotating. I can't tighten them down all the way, but I'm going to get them down all the way as tight as I can. One more time just for good measure. Make sure I didn't forget any. All right, not bad. Repeat the same process for the rest of your wheels. Now I apologize as it has become sufficiently dark at this point, but once you get each wheel back on the car and you double check each lug nut, make sure they are as tight as you can get them without the wheel spinning, of course. Now we just have to raise the car up on one side, lower it back down, do the same thing on the other side. As we slowly make our way to the reinforced part of the pinch weld at the frame rail again, gently lift. Remove both jack stands, do a once over, make sure everything is clear, and then gently lower the car back down. Repeat said process on the other side. There we go. There we have it. And then finally lower the car down once more, nice and easy. There you have it, folks. Now, before you go anywhere, it is absolutely critical that you recheck and retighten every single one of your lug nuts. Double, triple, quadruple check them. I don't care. Make sure they are all tight as can be. Again, I'm using that star pattern and putting all my weight into tightening each one of these bad Larrys. And I'd go around once more just for funsies. And the final tip is don't be a dodo like me and keep removing the locking lug nut key every time you go around on the star pattern. This fits the 19mm socket, so you can just set this right here, see that it locks, and then you can just go around on the star pattern as I said earlier. You don't have to keep taking this on and off. And now we, of course, take it for a test drive. You don't want to hear any funny noises, feel any shaking or pulling to one side or the other. Go over a few bumps, take it slow, don't go too far from home until you feel like all is well and you feel comfortable going faster. Next, do some braking tests, starting off easy and then getting progressively firmer. Good. If a wheel hasn't fallen off yet and your DIY job passes all of those tests, you're probably all set. But just to be sure, make sure you get a chance to take it on the highway as well and get it up to speed to make sure there are no issues or abnormalities. And that is it, my friends. You have now successfully rotated your own tires. As you can see, this is a rather simple job, and if you do this yourself, it can save you a ton of money. Rotating your tires regularly can also greatly extend the life of your tires by distributing the wear more evenly. Sure, it takes some of your time and even more if you're just using hand tools, but to me it is well worth it. Not only for the savings with your hard-earned money, but also taking some prideful ownership in your vehicle and working on it yourself. Ironically, speaking of pride and ownership, I kindly ask you all to not be like me and rotate your tires regularly and also replace them when they are worn. I sincerely hope you all enjoyed the video, and I also hope you learned something valuable. If you did, leave me a like and also consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and it really helps me out to grow, so I sincerely appreciate it. Take care, guys. Stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Peace. Hey there, little fella. What are you doing? Why are you walking all weird, man? Why are you sticking your butt in the air like that?